Recently, an unusual post appeared on Glitch's Twitter account, containing a video without any explanation. This video consists of edited moments from the 5th episode. It could be a simple joke, or it could hold many secrets. Thanks to it, we can understand that in the 6th episode, Gangle will beat Jax, and Ragatha will become even more evil and irritable than before. There will be a battle between the characters, which will result in Jax being wounded. In this video, I will tell you everything about the secret video on Glitch's Twitter. Let's take a look at a strange but rather amusing meme video that Glitch posted on their Twitter account. We see Jax from the 5th episode in the Poacher's Paradise adventure. His speech was edited out of the video. As a result, he said, "I'm going to be endangered."
I'm going to be endangered.
After that, the video is rewound and fast-forwarded several times to make the action funny. Then Jax says something that sounds like the word Riddick, and a picture of Riddick appears on the screen. He waves his gun again, but a little faster, and then says his words, "Red Ribbon Rhino," are repeated several more times. Jax shoots at Gangle, but his bullet ricochets off Gangle's ribbons and returns, hitting him. He falls to the ground, and you can see drops of blood flying around. It's pretty strange from a plot point of view, but the video is something of a collection of jokes, so that shouldn't be surprising. Next, we see Jax attacking Gangle, but his action is constantly interrupted by a characteristic sound, as if he keeps falling to the ground. Several times we can see Jax lying with his back to us in a strange position. This is a reference to Peter Griffin's pose, which often appears in internet memes. We are shown Zooble, who is surprised by what is happening with a sound that should also be familiar to you from memes. Gangle, in the form of a rhinoceros, begins to beat Jax, and we hear a scream that also often appears in memes, for example, with Kirby falling into an abyss, or disappearing from Thanos' clique with an emoji. Jax gets up and says, "Ah, delicious meme." The action moves to a softball game. Evil Ragatha starts talking to normal Ragatha. "Well, hello, Susgatha." Then evil Ragatha's speech is distorted and reversed several times to mock her funny and unnatural manner of speech, laughter, and facial expressions. Next, Bazooble uses editing magic to try to swing several times, but fails to hit the ball. Because of this, Ragatha tries to hit the ball several times, but fails. Finally, we see an excerpt from the adventure in the president's office. Here, the meme is that Gangle's speech is interrupted several times by a shot of her bomb exploding, and the caption, "We'll be right back after these images." At the moment of the explosion, Goku from the anime Dragon Ball appears in her place. That's where the video ends. Glitch published this post without any additional captions or explanations of what it means. I have several versions. The first version is that this video is simply a compilation of jokes, funny moments, and memes from the 5th episode, created by Glitch's team of editors and animators. In that case, it's just a funny video that doesn't carry any meaning. But I have other thoughts on this. The amazing digital circus is full of mysteries, so everything we are shown could theoretically have some meaning. It occurred to me that the jokes in this video could symbolize deleted scenes from the 5th episode, or even events that will happen in the 6th episode. For example, Ragatha's disappointment at losing the match against her evil doppelgangers could mean that in the 6th episode, Ragatha will try hard to do something, but she will fail. As a result, she will be angry and disappointed. I think Ragatha will continue to try to make Jax change. But more importantly, Ragatha will try to lure Pomni back to her side. After the 5th episode, Pomni became very close to Jax, and Ragatha realized that she was losing. Ragatha may quarrel with Jax and Pomni again, or even bring up a sensitive topic for Jax again. At the beginning of the video, we see Jax falling in the pose of Peter Griffin and Gangle beating him up. Once on Tumblr, a user asked Gooseworks if there would ever be a battle between Gangle and Jax because Jax behaves badly towards her, and if so, would they get injured in the process? Gooseworks gave her standard answer to this question, which means that the full answer to this question contains spoilers for future episodes. Considering that the 6th episode will be dedicated to Jax, and the fact that the 6th episode will be much tougher than the previous episodes, I assume that we may see many unexpected battles and confrontations between the main characters. Over the last 2 episodes, it has become clear that all the characters except Kinger have accumulated a lot of resentment towards each other, and these conflicts should become open and develop. At the moment, we know very little about the plot of the 6th episode, but despite this, we have already created many theories about it. However, we have not yet managed to hit the mark. Gooseworks recently posted on her Blue Sky account It warms my heart seeing nobody accurately predict how episode 6 is gonna play out. This means that we are thinking in completely the wrong direction when we think about the 6th episode. We are trying to predict its location and adventure. Moreover, in the last few episodes, Jax's behavior has improved significantly, and people have started to think of him in too positive a light. We were given to understand that Jax has a difficult past, and fans decided that this makes Jax a secretly good character and cancels out all his previous bad deeds. Gooseworks responded to this. Don't get me wrong, Jax is still my favorite character, but some of you guys make too many excuses for his behavior. He has reasons for why he acts the way he does, but he's still not a good person, lol. I think this means that the 6th episode will remind us that Jax has a dark side and is still capable of bad deeds. I took all these signals into account and came up with a new theory about how the 6th episode will unfold. In the 5th episode, we saw a lot of new locations in a short period of time. According to my theory, the 6th episode will be the opposite of the 5th, in some ways, so there won't be any new locations in the 6th episode. Yes, the action in the 6th episode will take place exclusively within the circus tent. Throughout the 5th episode, Jax was watching Pomni. He was trying to learn more about her to understand whether she could be trusted, or whether she was the same as Ragatha and Gangle. Jax keeps Pomni at a distance so that he can easily abandon her and be disappointed if necessary. One fan asked Gooseworks on Tumblr what the worst thing Jax has ever done is. Gooseworks replied that we will see it with our own eyes. I'm sure it has something to do with the 6th episode. Jax definitely has some trust issues, so I think in the 6th episode, he'll put Pomni to the test. He'll put Pomni in a difficult situation to see if she can be trusted. But what kind of situation? One Tumblr user asked Gooseworks if we would ever get to see Jax's room. Gooseworks replied that we would. I'm betting that if the 6th episode takes place in the circus tent, we'll get a chance to see all the unknown rooms of the other characters. Ragatha's room, Gangle's dark room, and Jax's secret room. The fact is that thanks to the pictures on official tadc pins, we already know the designs of all the characters' rooms. However, the design of the last room remains unknown. Instead, there is emptiness behind the door. And this is Jax's room. This is the room he uses to test Pomni. Obviously, the rooms of the main characters reflect their character and characteristics. I think Jax's room really resembles emptiness. Jax's room is something like an endless and mysterious maze, perhaps a maze made of cornfields. It's easy to get lost in this maze. Jax will hide something of his, such as the bowling ball we saw in the pilot, and ask Pomni to help find it. Pomni could get lost in this maze and end up in danger. It is possible that Kane will have to be called in to rescue her. Jax will deliberately put Pomni in danger to assess her behavior and reliability. The question remains how Pomni will react to this test and whether she will want to continue her friendship with Jax. What do you think about this? What does the new video on Glitch's Twitter mean? What does Jax plan to do in episode 6? Will we see Jax's dark side? Write your thoughts and theories in the comments, and I'll be sure to read them. Remember, the best comments will be featured in new videos. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Good luck, everyone, and see you soon.